Hi. So I was just in the shower, as you are when you're a human person who needs to be clean, and I just got the idea that say somebody had just handed you a bullhorn and said the entire world was listening, and what you say right now can change it if you choose. What would you say? I think that's a beautiful question for all of us, first of all. But second of all, if there was one thing I could say that I would want everybody in the world to know and to feel and to receive, like all the way down to their bones, all the way through their energy, all the way through all those layers that make you, is that not only are you loved more deeply and more bigly, I knew this was going to happen, grammar, more deeply, we won't add another word to that, more deeply than you could ever imagine. You are love. You are made of pure love. And I think that doesn't really make sense to most of us. It didn't make sense to me for a long time. Even though I knew it on some deeper level, it didn't make sense because we are all pure source light, pure love, pure God light, pure universe, pure, however you like to think of it, whatever words you like to use. It's like when you are looking into the eyes of a dog that you love so much, what you see in their eyes, that's what you're made of. When you look at the world and you look at the sky and you look at something so beautiful that you can't quite comprehend it, that's what you're made of. We are all made of that. We are all so pure. We are all made of love. We are all just divine wisdom. We all have access to divine wisdom, divine creation. We've just been covered up in these layers, like these layers that life and the world kind of piles on top of us. So we forget that that's what we are. We forget that that's who we are. We forget that we are all connected. We are all from the same source. We are all just pure love and light. And I realize how hippie that sounds. I was raised in the Church of Hippies, so there is something to that. But I also moved so far away from it for so long and had to come back to it because it was the only thing that felt right, the only thing that made me feel better in my haze of the world, which looked like depression and drinking too much and all of the things that can look like. There are so many things that I would want to say if this actually was a bullhorn and I actually was speaking to the entire world right now. But what I'm doing is I'm speaking to you. And I love you because you are part of me. You are part of all of us. And you are needed. You and whatever it is that you are here to do is needed. Doesn't mean you have to do it if you choose not to. But if you do want to and you're wondering why it feels like nobody needs it, that's not true. That's just another layer on top of the layers, on top of the layers, on top of the layers. Because the deepest desire that you have, those deep, deep desires, that deep knowing that you talk yourself out of because it looks like the rest of the world isn't mirroring that back to you. It looks like it hasn't happened. It looks like it isn't possible. I want you to know that it is possible. Whatever it is that you so deeply desire or whatever it is that you see for the world is possible. And we are the ones who are here to bring that down to life, bring that into what we see as reality. And so if that is resonating with you, if this is feeling like, if the hair on your arms is standing up or it's hitting the tuning fork of your soul or making your heart expand, whatever it is, whatever your tells are. And we all know when our soul is speaking to us, we all know when divine wisdom, and I call it divine wisdom. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it God. You can call it the universe. You can call it source. You can call it science. I don't care. You can call it whatever you want. Ultimately, it is all the same because ultimately we are all the same at our core. And I realized I was going somewhere with that. And then I went on a tangent and forgot what it was. I do that sometimes. Right. So if this is really resonating with you, what I want to offer you is something that I love to do. It's basically sending energy through this video. because we can encode things with light, with healing, with energy, with love. People do that with writing, with books, with TV, with anything that you can receive later. It is encoded with some brand of love, magic, or, whatever else it might be encoded with. But what I want to offer you is, I like to call it healing, but it's not really, because we are all whole. We are all healed. We are all perfect. Anything that tells you you are not whole, you are not healed, you are not perfect, you are not loved, you are not loved, is just another layer. And we can start to peel off those layers so that we can get to that core, so we can feel that within us. Because when we can feel that within us, when we can feel that core activated, when we can feel its light shining through us, that's when we don't need to go outside ourselves to find whatever it is. We don't need to go outside of ourselves to feel loved. We don't have to go outside of ourselves to feel worthy. We do not have to go outside of ourselves to find inspiration. We are everything we need. We already have access to it. It's already inside of you. Everything you need is already inside of you. And if this is frustrating you, which it might be, because it frustrated me for a long time, it frustrates me to this day, when I'm in my human self rather than, my higher self. Just know that it's true. Just open up to the idea that yes, this is true. Yes, this is something that I can access, that is meant for me. It's like the whole world, the whole universe, all of the plants, all of the angels, if you believe in angels, all of the animals, you probably believe in animals. They're all conspiring to help you realize this about yourself, to help you feel this about yourself. And so as we start to feel our own divinity, because of course we are the creators of this earth, we are the creators of our experience, we are the creators of the energy that is here. And whether you believe in energy or not, however that lands with you, that it, we can all feel it. When we tune in, we can just feel it. You can feel it rippling around your skin. You can feel it carrying you. And so I want to send you some of that energy from my heart to yours, and you can receive it through this transmission, through this video. You can receive that healing. It's not healing because you don't need to be healed, but it's some really powerful, loving energy. So if you're game for that, and if you're still watching, I assume you are, then let's just take a moment and breathe. Feel yourself land here. Land in your body, land in this present moment. Know that you are safe, know that you are whole, know that you are loved, know that you are protected, know that there is nothing you can do wrong. There is nothing you can do wrong. There is no wrong choice to make. There is no wrong path to take. There is no wrong turn to take. You are doing it all perfectly, always. Everything you receive has a gift for you. Everything that shows up in your life has something for you, whether it feels good or whether it's the worst thing that a human can experience. And even saying that, my own human layers jump in and say that can't possibly be true, and my brain is ticking down all the things that can happen to us here. And so if that triggers you, know that you can always just come back to this idea that within you is a core of love. Within you is pure light. Within you is everything you need, all of the comfort you need, all of the resources you need, all of the abundance you need, all of the light you need. Everything you need is already in you, and you can access it anytime you choose. And it's literally just about your choice. It is just about your choice. And so, feeling your heart beat, feeling your feet on the ground, feeling your hands, feeling your ears, feeling your lips, feeling your nose, feeling yourself in this body, fully grounded in this body, because this is where your power is. This embodiment is where your power is. And now I ask that whatever is most needed, by the dear person watching this at the time that they are watching this, knowing that they could come back, watch it again, and receive something different. I ask that they receive exactly what they need in this moment. Whether it's a feeling of love, whether it's a feeling of comfort, whether it's clearing, whether it's helping them feel and access an emotion that's been blocked, whether it's helping them step into a new understanding of what is possible for them. I ask that whatever they need, they receive in this moment. And whether you feel it or not, whether it's trickled in yet or not, know that it has been received. Know that your higher self is working with you now to help you feel and know and understand your own power, your own worth, your own love, and know that you can show up in a new way for yourself and for the world at any time you choose. And you don't need to show up in a new way. You can show up exactly as you are in this moment, and that's perfect. And so even if it doesn't feel like anything has happened, trust that it has. Trust that in a moment or an hour or a day or a week or a year, you will receive the answer that you need. And you can speed that up by setting your own intention behind it and your own choice behind it. And you will receive the energy that you need for whatever is next for you, whatever is required for you now. And know that you don't need me sending it to you, although I love doing that. All you need is to tap in with your higher self, with your guides, with your own subconscious, however you think of it, whatever resonates for you. You can just tap in and know that you have everything you need right now. You are love. You can tap into any feeling that you want right now, any feeling of abundance, any feeling of peace, any feeling of knowing, any feeling at all. You can tap into joy. You are capable of anything, absolutely anything. So, is there anything else I would tell the world if I actually did have a bullhorn right now and the world was listening to me? I love you. And that love that activates when we allow ourselves to feel the love that we already are, the love that is already present for us, that can literally shift the whole world. Go figure. Isn't that fun? It's a fun game. So if you would like more, I will be doing a bigger, longer video with more on this, more on the energetic healing, so we can go in deeper with a lot more power. I don't want this to be too long. So I will put more below this video wherever you see it. If you would like to do more, I would love to do that with you. And I hope you have received precisely what you need today. I know that it is true. You know that it is true. So just let it filter in and trickle in at precisely the right time. Know that all is happening in the highest and best. And I love you.